All right. Give things a moment for everything to catch up. If you're seeing this, let me know. They're going off into the ether here. All right. Hi, everybody. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute, and I'm just about ready to go on tour for a week, and it's been forever since I've been on the road. I had a few things this summer, but this is the first week-long tour where there's going to be quite a few stops. So I wanted to touch base and let folks know about like what's happening, what's going on, because most social media, ads and event pages and such, you always find out about it after the fact because Facebook doesn't want to work for us. So I thought I'd do is go down, talk about the schedule for the next week and see if anybody had any questions, as well as some exciting news for October as well. So if you welcome to say hello if you're coming in from either Facebook or from YouTube, broadcasting to both. So this tour, it celebrates the Anatomy of a Witch Oracle, which just came out last month. This little oracle right here. And depending on how things go, there might even be visual alchemy towards the end of this tour. It's supposed to be hitting the warehouse any moment. It's officially released on October 8th. Do I have a copy here? I have the unedited, uncorrected proof version. So this will be hitting the world soon too, though probably not the next couple days, unfortunately. So to kick things off, so starting this tour on Wednesday, September 21st. I feel like I should be looking at the calendar. I'm like, I know all these dates like the back of my hand until I'm on camera. So on September 21st, we'll be going to the Albany, New York area, to Voorheesville, to Star and Splendor. And I'll be doing a book signing, deck signing, as well as teaching the Exploring Anatomy of a Witch workshop. So at Star and Splendor, I feel like it might be good to pop some of these links in here for you all so that you can see what's going on. And if it lets me actually do this, let's see, here we go. So for our first event, and it's great. I was back there, was last there in 2019 at Star and Splendor, and it's, there we go. It's gonna do it. It's gonna do the thing. I think it did the thing. So was a great stop. I love Amy's shop there. It's fantastic. It's a great area. I specifically really liked, we were heading out of town on tour last time. There was amazing farms with lots of gourds and pumpkins. So like, again, at this time of year, it's like get all the pumpkins, which is not ideal for when you're going to be in a van for a week, but hey, hello, Patricia. Oh, New Mexico. I hope to get to New Mexico in the future too. This is just kind of local to, what's within Rhode Island. We're basing it off of also the exhibition opening at the Buckland Museum. So I do hope to get to more locations as things open up. So hopefully. So that's Wednesday is in the Albany, New York area. And I think there's a couple spots open for the workshop. So all of the workshops I'm going to be mentioning, these are all kind of small boutique workshops where it's limited to the amount of people. So these are not going to be huge workshops with like 40, 50 people there, keeping the space limited so that it's still safe, indoors, well, good ventilation, people masked, etc., to protect people as well. So there are small groups rather than huge big things. All right, so after done in Albany on Thursday the 22nd, be heading to the Buffalo, New York area and to Queen of Tarts, and specifically it's just outside of Buffalo. Pull out this information here. I feel like I'm going to absolutely Tonawanda, New York, so as the Buffalo area. And here is the information for that. And that is also going to be exploring Anatomy of a Witch. So you see a theme. We'll be doing, for most of the workshops on this tour, we'll be tapping into Anatomy of Witch because it goes into the last book as well as this oracle. So it's a great way of discussing the last book as well as how to use this oracle and other good things. And particularly, I mean, Anatomy of Witch is all about rooting your practice in your body and using your body as inspiration, as something to really guide you on your path and to continue to make it the most authentic working path for yourself. So Thursday, the 22nd, Buffalo, New York. That means next day's Friday is the 23rd. So September 23rd, it will be Columbus, Ohio. Actually, technically what we're doing is we're doing a quick stop through Cleveland to drop off artwork for the exhibition that's opening the next day. So I'm going to detour to Cleveland and then down to Columbus at Witch Lab. And Witch Lab is, we will be doing sigil witchery at Witch Lab, which is very exciting. So a little something different there for this tour. And so we'll be doing the classic sigil witchery method, which means we'll be crafting a sigil together as well. And of course, you know, the new books and such and decks will be available at Witch Lab as well. So that is on Friday the 23rd. I'll pop a link in there too. Let's see, I'll do this in the open link. I had this idea that I was going to, you know, make StreamYard banners for each of the events before I went live, and that wasn't going to happen. So from there, all right, so here's the big thing. This is the big anchor for this tour, is that the complete artwork, all 48 pieces of original artwork that were used for this deck, are going to be an exhibition at the Buckland Museum of Witchcraft in Cleveland, Ohio. Really big honor, very excited. So we're doing the opening on Saturday night, and there's a workshop on Sunday, which I think is sold out. Double check with the Buckland Museum on that. But the opening, it is free to attend the opening, and we're going to have a little bit of live music, which is going to be fun. And I know there are tickets available for that, but it's more a matter of trying to control the space and make sure we don't have too many people in there all at once. So you can see that in the link and find out more information at the Buckley Museum. So that is Saturday, September 24th, and Sunday, September 25th is the workshop. So, and I'm not actually sure yet how long the exhibition is going to be up, but it should be for at least a little bit of a while. So if you're coming to the area, coming to Cleveland to check things out, then you might be able to catch it at the Buckley Museum while it's up there. So that is the weekend. That is the big thing. And then we start heading back. And we were like, but you're not going further. Like, no, we kind of head back, kind of keep things short right now for the tour. So our next stop is going to be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and very excited to be returning to another great shop that I visited in 2019. That is Arts and Crafts Botanical and Occult Shop. Botanica and Occult Shop. I can speak. I have words. And that is such a great shop, wonderful community there. And again, we'll be exploring the anatomy of a witch. Yay! All right, yes. So really excited for that. That's definitely a small space, so make sure to get your tickets in advance for Pittsburgh, because it's a small setting. It's intimate. It means you get to ask questions, and we'll be kind of close up. Okay, so we have that is Monday the 26th. All right, so Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And close out some of these extra tabs here without closing out the wrong window. Wouldn't that be terrible? And our next event on Tuesday, the 27th, which happens to be my oldest brother's birthday as well. I won't say how old he is. Going to be in Poughkeepsie, New York at Dreaming Goddess. And I'm very excited to visit Dreaming Goddess. Met the owner back at INATS. I had a wonderful discussion. They started carrying my art there as well. And I've actually never been to Poughkeepsie. And so I'm looking forward to stopping by. And we're doing book signing and again, Anatomy of a Witch workshop there. So Tuesday, September 27th, Poughkeepsie, New York. Which I understand is a pretty witchy little town as well. There seems like to be a lot of fun things going on there. So I'm looking forward to hopefully getting to explore it a little bit too. It's kind of hard on tour. Usually rolling in and rolling out pretty fast to get to the next place. And the next place is our last one on the tour here, and that is September 28th, Wednesday at Stella Luna LLC in Southington, Connecticut. I'm popping that one in there. And that's also another stop I'm returning to for I think the second time. I think the tour was 2018, maybe 2017. Things sort of blur together there. I actually think it was 2017, maybe because it was the Witch's Cauldron that we did a release and a workshop and maybe a performance there as well. I've done so many tours and stops over in book signings that now I'm like it's all blurry together. But Cell Luna, I understand, has a new space, and very very excited to also to come back check out their new space there. And we have a signing window, and then we have a workshop as well there. So that puts everything together for that's a week. That's going to be a pretty full week from so our 21st in the Albany, New York area, 22nd in the Buffalo area, 23rd Columbus, Ohio, 24th and 25th in Cleveland, 26th in Pittsburgh, 27th in Poughkeepsie, and number 28 in Connecticut, Southington, Connecticut. So, Marina, well, maybe hopefully some point I'll get down to Florida as well. So, which I always ask people, like, how do you do these tours and how things go together? For me to go on the road, well, of course, we've had a pandemic, so that is, we're still in the midst of it. It's not completely over. So trying to keep things small, very small, and also not trying to like really put a lot of things in all at once, which is can be really exhausting and also up the odds of something happening. But generally, I have an anchor event. Initially, this was going to be around a particular festival in Ohio that ended up being canceled, which condensed down the tour, which is okay. I'm actually pretty okay with that this time around because there's a lot of stuff going on right now. So then we already had tagged onto that the exhibition at the Buckley Museum because we've been talking about this for like over a year to get this exhibit happening. So we're like, well, let's make this the main anchor, and I just kind of scoonched being a technical term, both sides, the other stops, because I have stopped before, as I said, at Star and Splendor. Queen of Hearts is new though. With Kim, I've been to Buffalo for dance events. That's first time for a witch event. It'll be very exciting. And haven't been physically at Witch Lab. I did present a virtual workshop there at some point last year, I think it was. Had a great time doing that. So I'm very excited to visit in person. Returning to the Buckland Museum as well. Did a workshop, Sigil Witchery workshop there, I believe, and have some art that's already in the permanent collection there. So arts and crafts, this is a revisit. Dreaming Goddess is new, and then Stella Luna is an old favorite. So, I often tend to return to places where we've had great workshops and great community and draw on support. But for me to travel to further places, like it tends to be around an event that gets me out there. It's a bit harder right now to drive cross country, especially as we're getting into the winter time. But if you are doing an in-person event, if you're looking to kind of work together with some other workshop folks, stores and such, sometimes you can make a tour happen that way as well. But I don't know how much. I'm not going to be doing any more of the 6 to 8 week long tours that I did in the past. It's just really, really hard on the body. And I miss the cats. So definitely I like to keep coming back, keep at my home base, but still like to see folks. But I do have something else that's going to be happening very quickly after we get back home, is that we will be visiting the Pacific Northwest in the beginning of October. And we have some family stuff happening in October while we're in the Seattle that was not a spirit, that was a fly. There's always gonna be like, it's a spirit. No, apparently there's a bug in this room. So I'll be in the Seattle area, might have an event in the Olympia area, looking at scheduling something in Tacoma, and very exciting in working on an event in Victoria, Canada. So should be announcing all of that hopefully very soon in the next week, to get that all together. So if you're in the Seattle, Olympia, Tacoma, Bellingham, etc., Vancouver area as well, I'm coming towards you, and you should see what's happening so we can say hi. So I have some book signings, some workshops. In the Canada one, we'll be just doing a signing. Hopefully, if that all comes together. I've actually not been to Victoria despite having lived in Seattle for 8 years. So making up for making up for that. So that'll be going on. And then to come back to Rhode Island, we have the Witches Night Out Market on October 21st, which is probably going to be the biggest market of the year. So we'll have some things going on for that. And then I also have the Hallowed Homecoming, which is kind of the Delmarva region, the Maryland, Virginia, Delaware area. That is the last weekend in October. I believe it's the 28th to the 30th. So their featured presenter there. And then virtually online, we have the Witches Sabbat gathering. That will be the first weekend of November, and some other little things in between. So getting around, and but these are the opportunities to come if you want to take a workshop with me in person, if you want to get a book signed in person, want to get multiple books signed or decks signed in person. I will also have artwork with me, a limited supply of things, hand embellished prints, tarot bags, stickers, things like that. Also have those with me, and of course you can get the books from all the bookshops. Support your local businesses, so you can get that there too. So that's pretty much the news. All right, that was 15 minutes of news. I can do that in there. But keep an eye out if you want to know what's coming up next. The best way to find out where I'm going to be is on my newsletter. So if you go to lauratempestzachroff.com, let's see, do I have a banner that actually says that? Hey, I do. Go to my website, lauratempestzachroff.com, sign up for the newsletter, and you can also look at my classes and event page, which tends to be fairly up to date and have links for all this too. So if you miss the links, or for some reason Facebook or YouTube is not letting the links go through, go to my website, everything is linked. Go to my Facebook page, everything is linked. And so you can get the information for those events. But to find out upcoming things, the newsletter, my website, those are the best places to check things out. So thank you all for watching. And if you have any other questions, you can send me an email or write on the page, put a comment in there. I will try to get to it, but I'm going to be on the road from Wednesday until Wednesday, so 21st to 28th. So probably not going to see much after that, but maybe if you do it soon. Thank you all so much. Take care. Hopefully see some of you soon. Bye.